Oh, hey there, guys. We're making this video now because one person asked. One person asked, and that's all it took. So, today I'll be showing off my entire model train collection. Now, right now, we're in my father's room, which that's going to be the fastest room because it has the least amount of my trains in it. So, then we'll go on to my room, and then to more of my trains, but we're starting here. Some of my pre-war stuff down here. Those cars are mine. Oh, pre-war Lino. That is also mine. The rest is really my father's. The brown Madison cars there are also mine. So on to the actual set I wanted to show you. Me and my father have kind of combined collections at this point, but the set I want to show you in here that is specifically mine is this brown Hudson set up here. That's Lino. That's very nice. I've spent years putting this set together. I have all 5 heavyweights to go with it. These cars down here, they look pretty nice. The New York Central ones. They have working doors on them. Those are mine. The engine is not. The Hudson is not mine. More of my dad's collection. So now we're in the corner of the same room. This is all my dad's collection, except this old Mark set here. This is mine. I've got all of the cars somewhere. No, here they are. They're all up here. They're pretty nice condition. So that's it for my stuff in here, but I will continue to show off some of my dad's stuff because some of it's pretty nice. We have Hudsons, diesels, some older stuff. We don't really collect anything new. Oh, this is also mine. I forgot about that. I hate this engine. It just, it's a Hudson, but it looks so dumb to me. This is one of my favorite engines. I swear. This thing is one of the best MTHs I've ever used. And then here's an old Lionel. I'm pretty sure this is a Berkshire body, but it's got a Hudson running gear in it. And then we got old Amtrak set here. And the diesels are over here. Yeah, there they are. Yep. We got some old Lionel F units. And then this was actually one of the first engines I bought all on my own. It is a piece of crap, but it was the first one I ever bought. It still runs though. It still runs, so it can't be that big of a piece of crap. And we got this nice CXS up here. We've also got another hanging bridge with a locomotive in it. It looks very nice. And then we have this engine up here, which is like a work engine, you know? Or, well, set. Not an engine specifically. I think that's pretty neat. And then we got aluminum passenger cars down here. I got those for my father. probably 2 or 3 years ago for Christmas. And now this is the miscellaneous stuff back here. This is just all of the, cars we didn't have enough space for. Whatever we didn't want to show off. We got an old, that's not a transformer, but I don't know. I think that's either a generator or motor. But we got old 6-axle car back here, which is pretty neat. Okay, so now we're going to go on to my room. And we're still doing O gauge. I also have N scale and HO. No S scale. Sorry for guys. Hope y'all can forgive me. These are all mine. Oh, mine. We got old Mark set. I've got the original box for this bad boy. This was made 1942. And it is, I won't say mint condition, but it is fairly nice. I got the transformer. Was 5 cars and the engine for, I think I paid like $150. Did I say original box too? And then let's do the Hogwarts engine up here. I actually got this for free. The whole set, track, transformer, train, cars. I got it from a one of those raffles at train shows. When I was a kid, I put my name in the box and it came out Hogwarts Express. Now, these engines fucking suck. At the museum, we burn through probably 1 or 2 of them a year. And we only have them out for Halloween, so that's saying a lot. But if you get an original one in the box and only run it for no more than 30 minutes, it is very smooth and very quiet. And it's very nice. Now, we got another pre-war set here. Very nice, very nice. This is a repaint, but it's done very well. My parents got this for me for a Christmas present probably 3 years ago now from one of the train shows. And then I bought this off Facebook Market, the engine. Worst decision of my life. I paid way too much money and the gears are fucking bent. Yes, those are not nylon gears. These gears are actually bent. And then we got the Southern Pacific down here. My parents got this for me forever ago. This is one of my all-time favorite sets. This is an MTH. I've used it so much, so frequently, and so hard. Well, it's still in pretty nice condition. The only problem are really fingerprints on here. But the MTH board burnt out on it. And my father soldered up a... I don't remember what it was, but it was this little brick. He soldered it up. It works. It runs. But it does not have the MTH sound anymore. So that's unfortunate, but it's still so beautiful. I might consider getting a new board for it just because I love this set so much. My parents got this for me for Christmas yet again. That was probably 5 to 8 years ago now. I've had this set for a while and I've taken pretty good care of it. This is my favorite set right here, and I will die on that hill. So now we're going on to my other wall. Alright, so this is my other wall here. We've got more Lionel. And a Marks hiding down here. Look at that. We have one of these old Streamliner sets here from Marks. This actually is in very... Oh, I'm sorry. This is actually in very poor condition. The museum was actually going to throw it out because it's rusted all the way down. But the museum was going to throw it out or sell it for pennies on the dollar. So I bought it for pennies on the dollar and put a new motor in it, and it runs. So I put it on their Christmas tree. And now here's one of my favorite engines over here. This is the Lionel 2065. Oh, I love this thing. It's great. It pulls anything within reason. This is not the dual motor F3s, but this is pretty damn good. And I do enjoy it. Now we have the Atlantic Coastline up here. Now, I really haven't run this engine much because I don't have a passenger set to go with it. Because they didn't make one, I don't think. But, I mean, it's a pretty sharp engine, and it runs fast. But it does run, you know? So up here, we've got my Lionel K4 with the aluminum smokestack. This engine was only made in 1946. It's in pretty good condition, I would say. It runs fantastically. But I just despise how it looks. To me, it just looks kind of stubby. But I mean, it does run very well, so I can't really blame it. Now, this is one of my first engines that I actually got and repaired. This thing is in terrible condition. But it sure does run like a champ, let me tell you. When I got this thing, it was pretty much just a body and the wheels here. But something about it looking so bad just makes me love it so much. But yeah, I put way too much money into fixing this thing. But it runs great. Now moving over here, this may be... actually, this engine was given to me as a bribe. Now, I don't know what. I know what I was bribed for, but I'm not going to tell y'all. This engine, oh my god, I love it so much. Unfortunately, the nylon gears there are starting to warp, so it's just a shelf piece now, sadly. Then I got this switcher engine up here. I've had it for a while. I don't really care for it. I think it looks a little ugly, but it's alright. And now I got this Vanderbilt up here. Another old Marks. So yeah. That is all for my collection up here. I'm gonna start moving down to the basement, where I'll show off my HO and N scale. So I'll see you guys down there. Here are some train cars. Yes, it's all oval cars. And yes, that's how you're supposed to say it. Oh. So now we're moving on to the HO stuff. So here we go, guys. This is my HO layout. This is what Broken Dreams look like, let me tell you. I'll turn on my working line real quick here. Yep. There she goes. Okay. And then I got the Southern Pacific over there with a Union Pacific passenger set. And then this motherfucker. This engine here, I had it on this rail here. And over here, yes, I'm aware that's pretty close to having it on the edge, but let me tell you, this sucker right here decided, you know, when you hear a train derail, you usually hear something like that. This motherfucker just, you know, that's what it did. That's what it did. I was over there facing. Oh, I was standing in the hole there, facing the wall, working on send this train up, and this motherfucker just shoop. God. And this is an AB unit set, and both of them are powered. So now I gotta go find a new shell for this, because there's supposed to be prongs in here, and all of them snapped off. There's like 4 pieces. Actually, no, that's a different set. But yeah, the clips aren't there anymore. However, the shell was held on, is no longer there. So I gotta go figure that out. And that really upset me, because this was actually my favorite HO engine. So we're back to the Canadian Pacific being my favorite again. And I've had really bad luck with HO, so I think I'm going to change this layout into N-scale layout. Just now, this is actually like my nice stuff of HO. We got Hiawatha, which is actually very nice. I got a killer deal on this engine. I got it for $100. And I got some really old stuff here. This is from like West Germany or East Germany, I can't remember. Huh. It just said, yeah, there it is. Oh, that's upside down, I think. Oh, shit. Yeah, made in Germany. Okay, that one's made in Germany. I got another one up here. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Okay. So this is my other Santa Fe. This is actually like a nicer one. This is a Bachmann Spectrum. It runs very nice. It does not have a B unit. And then there's some Santa Fe's up there. Those stuff, that's like starter set stuff right there, those 4. So I'm not even gonna bother. And then I got a really nice L&N shell here. I like this thing a lot. I'm trying to figure out which engine to sacrifice. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, it says made in U.S. zone, Germany. That's pretty cool. And then I got another 2065 shell up here. And then, let's see, I got 2 switchers. One of them is the cow car, or I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a calf or a cow. It's just extra power. And then I got some unpainted Alco units. Both of them work pretty well. And then I got this set here. Now, I got this 4-piece set. It is so annoying, because the couplers on this set ride just a little too high, so nothing hooks up to it properly. And then we got Spectrum here, and this is one of the nice ones from the 90s, so you know it only goes one way. because the gears are stripped. So originally, this thing's wired in reverse because the forward gears got stripped out, or actually they cracked. So somebody wired it backwards, so the reverse gear is now the forward gear. And I got 2 more switcher units here. No calf car though, or not calf. And this is actually my newest one in the collection. This thing works great. It's a newer Bachmann engine. It does run very nicely. And then I really do enjoy this engine. It's nice, but something about it just doesn't work right. It has like a intermittent fault, and I can't figure out what's going on. I looked at all the wiring. It just doesn't run right when it hits bumps. Okay, so now we got some rolling stock here for HO. We got an old Jupiter set here. They got some Santa Fe cars. Yeah. And here's our old Jupiter. Well, it's not actually a Jupiter, but let go. But yeah, unfortunately, this thing is beyond gone. I really like this engine, but the motor's gone kaput. I've cleaned it out. I've done everything. It just, And then I have this little guy down here. This is probably one of the most reliable engines I have. I could put this on the track right now and it'd run. Now I'm not going to do that because now that I've said that, it will never run again. Okay. And then here's some more rolling stock. Nothing crazy. Just got some cars, some more cars. Another set. I do like these hoppers though. They are pretty cool. And then I got a buttload of track. What's this? Okay. And some folks. Alright, so let's go over here. I got some really old stuff. I don't know why, but I love these cars. I love them. These just bring me so much nostalgia. Dude, this is the type of stuff I grew up on. Old horn hook couplers. Man, I love these cars. Oh, hey, this one's a nice one. I like this car. It looks pretty good. I don't know why it has horn hooks on there. I might buy some new trucks for that one. And put Katie's. Oh, and that's another thing why I don't really like HO anymore. It's literally because of the couplers. The Bachmann Easy Mates, no, they're trash. These old Katie's here, no, I don't like them. And then I just got a dummy unit here. I don't look too bad, actually. I do like this car. I might change out the couplers. Or, well, no, I'd have to change out the trucks on these ones, I believe. And then this is one of my all-time favorite sets. This may be like one of the first HO sets I bought myself while I was getting back in. Now, the Tyco engine actually fucking sucked. I couldn't get into it to clean the gears. So I had to fucking tear it out, use a Dremel, hollow out the inside of the shell here, and then I shoved a lifelike chassis into it, and I'm planning on painting the trucks black, or just using a different one, because it sounds like a lifelike. It doesn't sound like a Tyco. You OG model railroaders will understand what I mean by that. But this set is in pretty nice condition, other than the engine not being original. That is the original shell, but it's nothing else about it. It's original. So, dude, I love this set. I cannot describe to you how much I enjoy it. This is out of my HO sets, this might be my prized possession. That's how much sentimental value it has. And then I got tons of buildings in HO. Oh shit, my bad, bro. I got tons of buildings in HO. I know this isn't a building, it's an auto loader, but I mean, it looks so cheesy. That's why I don't use it. Like, I don't mean to sound stuck up, but like, you know, there's just a point that I'm just like, man. And then I have these Baltimore and Ohio cars. They look very cheesy. I don't know why I'm holding on to them anymore, because I know for a fact if I get an engine that would run with these, I would not run these anymore. I know. I don't know. Now, I do have these Northern Pacific cars. I truly do love these cars. They look great. They look great. They run great. And this is going to sound strange, but considering when I used to run these cars, I didn't have these engines up here. I believe this is a Northern Pacific. I don't know. Oh, no. But I tried to run these, and my coupler doesn't line up with the couplers on those cars. So I'm at an impasse on that. So those cars down there, those the brown ones, I do actually had an engine to pull them, but the worm gear in here stripped out, and then when I was trying to get to it, the screws in the frame rounded off and stripped, so parts, I guess, even though it's useless pretty much. See, I have a B unit for the North. I got a Santa Fe passenger car, and then 2 more UPs. So that is it for my HO collection. So I'm gonna start showing off my N-Scale collection now. So all my N-Scale track and transformers are Kato, as we can see. Classic Kato transformer right there. So other than my table that I'm building with the N-Scale layout in it, this is my only N-Scale track, which I really am considering removing this and turning this layout into N-Scale, just because how aggressively upset I am with HO. Yes, so I've got lifelike units here. They're both powered with several, like 8 Rivarossi heavyweight cars, heavyweight passenger cars. So that's most of the N-Scale over here. We have a missile car, which I don't really like putting military stuff onto my layouts. I don't know why, I just never really enjoyed it. I like very symmetrical trains and like copy paste almost. See, we have like 13 cordwood cars up there, and then we got like 9 heavyweights down there, and then we got another 5 or so UP cars. Like, it's just my flavor of autism, you know? So this is my N-scale collection. This is a decent part of it. The rest is upstairs. But as we can see here, I got miscellaneous rolling stock. And these cars are really nice. They got super nice bearings in those trucks. And Katy couplers, I barely use them just because they're so nice. Here's part of a Kato set here. Yeah, this set here, this engine and these 2 cars came in a large styrofoam container with track and a transformer. And that was pretty much my introduction to N-scale. And I mean, this engine really sucks if you get any oil on the wheels, because it just slips. That's all it does. Even with just these 2 cars, all it does is slip. But other than that, I really enjoy these 2, whatever. I don't run them much anymore, but they do look fabulous. Like, the details on that engine are just absolutely exquisite, in my opinion. Especially from N-scale. They look really sharp. And they look really clean. I am actually sincerely impressed by this locomotive. And this engine might be the reason why I love Kato so much. Even though it sucks when you get a little bit of oil on your track. So I'll show you the rest. Now, for some of you OG fans, you guys may know this engine already, but I bought this off eBay. Some old lady was selling it. Her late husband passed, and she was just liquidating his collection, and this is a piece I bought. And in the description, she said, if it doesn't work, you can send it back. And I remember when I opened this up and put it on my test track, I was so disappointed it didn't fire up. But I mean, so I was getting ready to text her, but I was like, you know what? Let me give this a shot. I gave it a good cleaning. I gave this thing a good cleaning. And then I put it back on the test track. And it came back to life. So I told her, I sent her a message. I said, it took a little bit of work, but it's running just fine right now. And she was absolutely ecstatic to hear that. These are the cases for my AB unit that I was just showing off. And then I have some miscellaneous Pennsylvania cars. Nothing very special. And then this made me hate Concorde. This engine has been nothing but trouble for me. Same with this one up here, but this one's easier. This thing has been a pain in the ass. I hate it, sincerely. This gas turbine, man, it looks nice, but dude, I cannot get this thing going to save my life. I got it going decent once. That was it. And then I took it apart to clean it, and then nothing ever again. Yeah, so there's also this really nice K4, I believe it's Atlas. It needs a pickup to go under the tender that picks up power from the wheels that goes from the tender to the engine. I reckon that will run very nicely after that, but until then it's staying in the parts bag. Well, not parts, to be worked on later. And then I got a ton of Santa Fe engines here. None of these work right now. I was gifted these because somebody was taking their layout and turning it from N scale to like N30. It uses N scale track, but it's like HO bodies. It's strange to me, and it's scary, and I don't like it. So that should be it for down here. I'll take y'all upstairs and show you my N scale layout and some of my nicer stuff. Now we're still in the basement. As you can see, I'm starting to collect stuff so I can bring down my N scale layout and put it here and put some scenery on it so I don't get my nice wood all messy. So yeah, it's gonna be a few weeks, but it's gonna be here, and I'm gonna make it look pretty and shit. Alright guys, this is my N scale coffee table. And that's fairly nice. Yeah, again, another Kato engine slipping up because there's too much oil on the rails. But yeah, there's and I got plenty of buildings here. And then wow, it's really hard to see, but here's my Louisville to Nashville set right here. And then here's some other Kato Japanese engine. Let me see if I could. Yeah, that's a bit better view there. It's L&N set. It's River Rossi, but it looks pretty nice. I enjoy it. So yeah. And one of my favorite views of this layout is sitting back here on the couch. The wood, I had a little accident here, and I need to restain that little spot. But this piece of wood looks so good. I really do enjoy this table, and I'll put lots of hours into this. So in the next few days here, I'm planning on pulling this layout out, taking it downstairs, and starting to put the greenery on it, the lake. And before that though, I'm planning on redoing the switches to line them up a bit better. But yeah, so on to the rest of my N scale collection. I'll show you what I have on my table over there. So over here is a lot of my boxes. I have 2 extra cars for my Amtrak Acela set here. I believe it's a Acela. It's the Phase 6. But yeah, this runs great. It hates switches, but it runs really good. Runs solid. And I got a 2-car add-on set for it. And then here is one of my first actual passenger sets I bought. I bought this at a train show. I paid like $50, but I got this old Amtrak set that is also from, I believe, it's one of the Germanys, made in Western Germany. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I got a set of 6, and they're all in pretty nice condition. So yeah, I definitely like those. They're some of my favorites. And then here is my last locomotive that I have. That's a River Rossi. It works pretty good. And I do have a few out at a shop right now, but honestly, they've been there forever. I think the shop has just stole them from me at this point because I haven't seen them in forever. And then, and here I got some miscellaneous rolling stock. Or actually, this is all of my rolling stock. That is not passenger. This is all my freight. And give me 1 second here and I'll show you the rest of that L&N set. I believe it is a 7-piece set and it is in here. Okay, as you can see, I have the engine and then the 2 cars on the track. I have that car and then these 3. So yeah. And I did find a Concorde / River Rossi Blue Comet in N scale. I didn't buy it. I'm still considering it because it's pretty much this set, but instead of green, it is just white and blue. It's same set, same engine, same cars, and I don't really know if I want to spend $350 on that set because it's the same thing, but just different colors, and I really don't know. So now I'm going to take you back to my room for my last N scale piece. This is the absolute magnum opus of my collection. This is the Holy Grail, and I will take you there right now to show you it. Here she is. This is it. My Kato Pocket Line set. It doesn't work very well anymore because I accidentally left it on for 48 hours straight. And it just don't work very well anymore. That was my girlfriend's, not mine. But yeah. It used to run really good. Now I can only get it running like this. Which, I mean, it was only $50. I messed it up. But, I mean, that's it. That's my whole collection. Other than the ones at the shop that I didn't show you. Come on. Do something. Oh. Hey guys, this is the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't, leave, I guess. Have a good day. See you later. Yeah, so actually I forgot this one engine I had. This is my G-Scale Bachmann Heavy Hauler. It sucks, but it looks pretty nice on the shelf here, so I don't use it very often. And this is my only G-Scale engine. For real now, this is the end of the video though. Goodbye.